Organization. In the 41st millennium, the ADEPTA SORORITAS is part of the ecclesiarchy and is divided into two convents. So, groupings. The convent prioris is located on Terra, and the convent sanctorum is based on the shrine world of Ophelia 7. The overall commander and spiritual leader of the entire sisterhood and all its myriad orders is the Abbess Sanctorum, the leader of the convent prioris on Holy Terra. As the recognized leader of the Adepta Sororitas, the Abbess is sometimes elected to join the ranks of the High Lords of Terra, while at other times she is subservient to the commands of the reigning ecclesiarch. The convents of the sisterhood are organized into several orders. Each order follows the same basic hierarchical structure. First up, we have the Order. An order is led by the most senior canoness, called the Canoness Superior, who commands and administrates the entire order. Each Canoness Superior is subservient only to the will of the Abbess Sanctorum. Then the Preceptory. A preceptory contains a single convent with up to 1,000 sisters. So, an Adepta Sororitas preceptory is equivalent in size to a Space Marine chapter and is led by a sister with the rank of Canoness Preceptor or Prioress. Third, we have a Commandery. A commandery normally comprises several smaller convents or detachments of orders militant sisters from a single convent with up to 200 sisters of battle, commanded by a canoness commander. A commandery is more or less equal in size to a Space Marine company. And fourth and last, the mission. The smallest organizational unit of the sisters, a mission, consists of a few sororitas units and can be led by a canoness or the lesser rank of palatine. And now for the hierarchy. Unlike the many chapters of the Adeptus Astartes, the Sisterhood is united into a single organization with a centralized ruling body. The overall head of the Adepta Sororitas holds the rank of Abbess Sanctorum and is elected from and by the leaders of all the orders. Beneath the Abbess Sanctorum are two prioresses, one leading each convent, and below these, the canonesses superior of each individual order. There exists a hierarchy of sorts amongst these leaders, though to outsiders it is highly arcane and ritualistic and based on a system of precedence. Orders that were established by ecclesiastical writ are ranked higher in the order of precedence than those that were formed by a group splitting off from a pre-existent order. This is especially visible in the 6 Orders Militant Majoris, each of which has spawned dozens of far smaller, lesser Orders Militant, the Canonessa Superior of which rank lower in the order of precedence than those of their parent organization. The Canoness Superior are aided in their duties by their order's palatines. These are highly experienced and capable officers, from whose ranks the next Canoness Superior will be drawn. It is the palatines that often lead missions in the field, whether the order is an order militant fighting the enemies of mankind, or an order hospitaller establishing a hospital at the front lines. Below the palatines are essentially the non-commissioned officers known as the Sisters Superior, who lead or supervise groups of their sisters in whatever tasks the order in question is focused upon. Members of the Adepta Sororitas can and do transfer from one order to another, depending on their own unique skills and experience. In particular, a sister of an order militant may eventually transfer to a non-militant order to carry on the Emperor's work should age or injury render her less effective a warrior. Furthermore, it is not unheard of for a senior member of the Sisterhood to transfer to another organization entirely. Several canonesses are known to have become Inquisitors, one a Cardinal Palatine, and one even a rogue trader. Up next, the Specialist Formation. First is the Sororitas Command Squad. A Sororitas Command Squad is formed from the ranks of the elite Celestians, for only the most dedicated and distinguished Sisters of Battle are granted the privilege of forming their leader's bodyguard. Having earned their scars and proven their merit on scores of battlefields, the Celestians of a Sororitas Command Squad are often given the honor of carrying the sacred standard of the Order into battle, or of safeguarding a revered relic, perhaps the bones of a long-dead saint or an icon believed to have been touched by the Emperor himself during the course of a campaign. A Sororitas Command Squad may also be accompanied by sisters from other non-militant orders who act as advisors and specialists to the Canoness. These sisters are commonly from the Order's Dialogus, skilled orators whose amplified voices can embolden the spirits of nearby troops and the Order's Hospitaller. With her chirurgeon's tools, the medical ministrations from a sister hospitaller can staunch the bleeding from mortal wounds and purge many lethal poisons from a warrior's bloodstream, allowing a battle sister to return to the fray despite grievous injuries. And now for the second formation, the Sisters Repentia. Confession and prayer are as much a part of a battle sister's everyday existence as bolter drills and military discipline. Those who fall short of the sisterhood's rigorous codes are subject to many punishments, but in the more serious of cases, the transgressor may be exiled from their order. These warriors, known as Sisters Repentia, are each cast out with only a handful of rags, a hood to cover their face, and a ceremonial eviscerator with which to strike down the Emperor's enemies. Sisters Repentia band together into groups that seek redemption in the fires of battle, and they are led to war by a mistress of repentance, a harsh warrior who drives her charges onwards with a pair of neural whips. The mistress judges each exiled sister's deeds, and occasionally, at battle's end, she may declare her sins atoned for. Although extremely rare, those few who return to the fold of their order are held with great esteem by their sisterhood. To the ADEPTA Sororitas, those who seek forgiveness in the Emperor's eyes by treading the path of a Sister Repentia occupy a state of grace that many aspire to, yet few ever attain. Indeed, some battle sisters willingly exile themselves, finding fault in the smallest imagined transgression in order to join the ranks of the Repentia. These sisters are possessed of a righteous zeal that knows neither pain nor fear. They will die when the Emperor is ready to accept their souls, and not a moment before. These sisters' maniacal fervor inevitably means that they martyr themselves, fighting against the most hopeless of odds, finding in death the absolution denied to them in life.